All right. Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? Yes. Richard said yes. Awesome. Right. Well, how are you guys doing today? It's doing good. So we have people coming on here. And well, first I want to go over and ask you guys how you're doing with your homework. How you're doing with making offers on those properties. Anybody want to share? How are you doing with your homeworks? Okay, Richard's. See here. What do you think about 2-bed, 1-bath house? Well, it depends on your area. You know, I mean, if your area can support 2-bedroom homes, then I guess that's fine. But in my area, 2 bedrooms are not very desirable, and unless they're in a very high-end area where people can buy it and put an addition and bring up some value for it, otherwise it won't be very good. And so it depends. If if it's not in a more if it's not in an area where people can put in an extra bedroom and make it a lot, has a lot more value, then I don't think you should go after those. I think 3 bedrooms are best. So most of the people that you're selling to, most of the people that you're selling to, they are going to buy and rent these properties. They're probably not going to even retail them. And so 3-bedroom rentals are much better. It's in a low-end neighborhood where more than one family live in each house. Yeah, then I wouldn't do it. There will be no room for addition. Nope, I wouldn't do it, Richard. Okay. All right. Any of you guys have made any offers yet on any properties at all? If you don't make offers, we can't. It's hard for us to move on here, because making offers is a pretty big part of this. Where are you stuck at? Are you stuck at? Larry said, "Have been working buyers list very hard. Seems that once the list is washed, getting one positive response per about 6 or 7 phone calls." That's good. Okay, so you're calling them, Larry. You're not sending them the postcard. Okay, 1 positive response per 6 or 7 phone calls is that's not bad at all. It's good. Okay. Richard said, "My buyers list for my farm area is 90% condos." Okay, well then you can. Is that where your cash buyers are buying condos then? If your cash buyers are buying condos, then that could very well be the type of properties that you're going to be making offers on. John asked, "When did you get a Mac?" I've been using a Mac for a while now, John. I think I transitioned of it full time. Probably, what are we in June here? Yeah, I would say at least 8 months, 8-9 months that I transitioned over full time. Okay, Ronald said, "I have a list at the mail house. They said 2 to 3 days to print and mail. This is from my buyers list." Okay. Anyone else have made an offer on a property? All right, so you guys been working your buyers list. That's fine. I'm going to give you a strategy today that hopefully you're going to be able to make some money out of those cash buyers that you are um, finding and building. So, all right. So I assume none of you guys have. Carlo, what happened? Where are you at? Have you made any offer? Think. Alan, your market area. Your market area in Massachusetts there, we couldn't find any cash buyers on Kent's list, and so what you're going to have to do is use other strategies to find cash buyers for your area, such as getting the cash sold comps, or the properties on the MOS that were sold for cash. And you're probably also going to need to use the instant lead generator software to contact landlords in your area. Let me pull that up and see here. Hold on. And you're probably also going to have maybe even do some signs to find some cash buyers for your area, Alan. But yeah. I checked, and it looks like there's no cash buyers on the Kent's list for your area. Yes, there will be a replay for this, so yes, if you do have to go, that's fine. All right, caller made 2 verbal offers and no contracts yet. That's fine. At least you made some offers. I'm gonna unmute you, caller, and you tell me what those were. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Tim.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, I'm great. I'm great. Yeah, there were actually properties that that fit the criteria of the buyers. Obviously, that's what we're doing. Let me just see. I'm trying to open up the actual property. Let me see. And these properties are actually priced well below what the buyers would pay for. We're actually looking at one of them is at 210. I'm trying to look at the exact properties. 210. What I know that the buyers are paying somewhere around 280 for similar properties. And the other one was actually the offer. I negotiated it down to 180, but I still don't know, what kind of repairs we're going to be needing, obviously, and I didn't want to start making any contingencies on with the agents.
So you haven't gone out and looked at the property yet?
Yes, I've seen the outside of the property, but I haven't been able to get inside the property.
Why is that?
One of the properties is pre-listed, and I didn't send them. I was not able to send them, take it to the next step, which is really getting the proof of funds over to them with a signed contract. So I think that has to happen before I.
No, I mean, is there a lockbox code that you can get and look at?
You know what? I would assume there is. Honestly, I did not ask for that yet. What I did was just speak verbally on the price. Mm-hmm. So it's not exactly I'm just trying to open up the email because they sent me an email with the address and more information. And the agent that I spoke to is aware that I actually went through the whole process with them of what we're doing, how We have cash buyers and private money, but that the end result, and they actually, seem to be familiar, I should say, with what I was telling them I was going to be doing. So they were totally okay with that. And with that property there, I can't find the email.
Okay. Well, number one, I normally don't tell them that I have cash buyers. I tell them that I am, I am a cash buyer. Now, we buy and sell houses all the time. So, if there's any time that we make an offer and by the time we get ready to close and my money is tied up on another deal, then one of my associates or one of my partners is going to come in and close on it. And so, yeah, I don't tell them that that I'm just wholesaling the two other cash buyers. So you might want to just act as if you are the cash buyer.
Right. Well, I told them that we would be closing with private money.
Okay.
And but with this agent, because we spoke a little bit more, and they basically told or were asking me if I was doing that, if I was going to be reselling it. I guess that was the question.
Okay.
Right. And I told them that we do have an extensive marketing that we do, and we have buyers lined up, cash buyers, looking for the type of properties that we pick up. So that's how that conversation went, I guess, a little bit. And that's why it went into that direction.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it was a good thing because he knows exactly what I'm doing. And I do need to get out there. I'm actually working with my realtor, and she'll be once we get exact the buyer interested, she'll also be helping me with showing the property and accessing the property.
Right. Okay. Okay, that sounds good. So just continue with that, and do look at the property so you know what the repairs are and stuff. And especially in the beginning, once you get really good with it and you can kind of tell what the condition is based on the pictures, because you know the area really well, then that's when you can stop, like looking at every property. But for now, you should look at every offer, so that way your offer would be more accurate into what you are willing to pay for the property. Okay.
Right, and I just found this REO agent actually also sent me a tape, and a tape that's not listed yet of 25 properties. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. Also, a 55-unit building that's not yet listed, and then along with the property that I was calling them about, they sent me two other properties right in the same area. So that's actually 3 in 1. And like I said, I think I have a good relationship. It seems like our conversations are really well. And the last update, I just got this. They actually just sent it to me today, although I spoke with them a couple of days ago. They just sent it to me today, but they told me about it, and it's not yet listed, so this is all really good. I know it's going to work out, and what I've been really working on is the buyers list and really trying to fine-tune which buyers would really, really be interested. Now, I know we're going to be moving into the postcards. The private money's lined up, so I'm not worried about that. But we're going to be moving into the postcards to get those end buyers in place. I do have a couple of cash buyers that I've already put on my list as ready to buy, and that's what I was really trying to get the properties for those guys. But the properties that I ended up getting were ones that were fit perfectly for other buyers on the list.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sounds good. Yeah. So it seems like you're rocking along, so that's good. So just keep on building your buyers list and make more offers. I think make it a goal to make like 2 offers a day. That would give you 10 offers in a week. So I would at least 2 offers in a day.
Okay, I definitely want to do that, but and I definitely will be doing that, absolutely, and I expect to be doing even a lot more than 2 a day. And I think I was a little stuck maybe in really like the buyers list. I really want to get a mailing out, a click to mail postcard mailing out, because and direct those buyers over to the website that you gave us, and also to my phone.
Right.
But so I guess that's where I was stuck a little, and maybe not making as many offers. I didn't just feel comfortable enough making more offers because I don't have the buyers yet, I guess.
Another thing that you can do is to, if you can find any property management companies that work a lot with investors. We have property management companies here in town where what they do is they'll actually help their investors buy property, and then they will do the rehab, and they will rent the property out. And so when you're dealing with them, they're also a good source for you. They're not, the property management companies are buying it themselves, but they do have landlords, buyers that will buy them, and they like to do it because now they have more property that they can manage, meaning they can make more money. So so as you're working on the buyers list, pay attention to some property management company as well, especially the ones that work a lot with investors.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because then you get they essentially are a one source for several possible buyers.
Right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I've never actually even Googled property management. I definitely have to go and do a little research there. Yeah, any suggestions for finding property management companies locally besides the Yellow Book and Google and?
Yeah, I mean, Google is a good place to start. Or if you, I guess I'll share with you in a little bit. Have you ever used the instant lead generator before?
I have. I've not. I think I did like just some dummy.
Oh, okay.
I haven't. No. So I haven't officially used it.
Right. So I'll share that with you guys later. There's a lot of property management companies on there, so you can definitely ask them as well. Talk to them, and get referrals. Talk to other investors in the REO group or in meetup groups, and ask them for referrals of a good property management company, so they might know some too.
Okay. Yeah. That. Yeah.
All right. Good, buddy.
So before I let you go, though, now I have actually they sent me 3. I said 2. It was 3 additional properties besides the one that I spoke with them about, the residential properties, and that's besides those other commercial properties in the REO tape that I mentioned. Right. I want to. I'd love to make offers on all of them, but I don't really know that the buyers are there for them.
Well, you're just gonna focus in on the single-family homes for now.
All of these are 1-family, 3 bedrooms that he sent me. I told him the criteria of what I was looking for, and he sent me only those in the REOs. Yeah, and right in the same area too.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can make offers on all of them, and we're gonna talk about more about finding cash buyers today, so that way. Boost up your confidence as you're making offers to them. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. And the maybe if you could go over exactly what I'll be sending in. I know they'll be sending me a contract, after we agree on the initial price that they'll submit to the bank could counter offer, but they'll also need, before that first offer goes in, the proof of funds. So I know that that's available on Do Deals, and I think that's, besides the contract and the proof of funds. I'm just asking, is there anything missing other than that we'll be sending in?
Nope, that's pretty much it. I mean, the agent's going to do most of the paperwork and stuff, so yeah, you're good to go.
Okay, all right, sounds good. It sounds like, I definitely will be making a lot of offers in the next few days even. So yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, sounds good, buddy. All right. Okay, well then I am going to mute you out and continue here. Okay, thanks a lot for chatting with me.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Okay, Larry asked, in your opinion, how many buyers should be on my buyers list before making an offer to an REO agent? Well, I mean, you really don't need any buyers on your buyers list to start making offer. So don't even let not having a buyers list stop you. You just gotta make you just make your offers, and continue to find some buyers. But I'm gonna share with you a strategy today, how you can do that. Okay. And let me see here. Ronald asks, is there a way to download the criteria needed to make a mailing using the list for landlords on Do Deals without going one by one? No, there isn't a download criteria. Yeah. Okay, Richard said, show us the paperwork after verbal offer is accepted. Yeah, I mean, after your offer is accepted, the bank, I mean, the agent is going to tell you, okay, I'm going to email you the, okay, number one, when you make your verbal offer, the agent's going to prepare the contract and have you sign the contract, and then they'll make the offer to the bank. Once your offer is accepted, they're going to tell you your offer is accepted. We're going to send you some contract addendums that we need you to sign, and we also need to see a copy of your earnest money. And so the agent's going to prepare all of these paperwork. It's not something you're going to have to do, okay? Your job is just to sign the paperwork. Okay. I'm going to share with you something I learned that's very interesting today. I was talking to this company who produced these reports here, and they have these reports. It's a brand new company that's coming out, and it's the owner of the company is actually another investor wholesaler that specializes in bank-owned properties, and the way he does it is quite unique. He has been studying all of these public data regarding the banks, and he created this thing where you can see the indicator here, and you can see how much REOs that they have, whether it's single-family homes or multifamily or commercial, and so you can see how much they have. And he said that with the indicator, whenever they're green, that means that they are healthy. When they get into yellow, that means that it's a good time. It's the best time for you to make offers on the REO properties. When they're in red, they can't afford to sell those properties anymore. And so you want it to be somewhere in the yellow and orange area here. You don't want to be in the red area. And he's gonna send me a Texas report here probably today or so, and I'm gonna give this a try. I'll have my partner Ray to make offers on some of these properties, but he's selling these reports. They're pretty inexpensive. It's about like $50 a month, about $50 a month to get this report for your area. And so it'll give you a report of like the top 25 banks in your area, and tells you. So I'll give you an example. Here's Washington Mutual. You see, most of them are like in that range. Here, this one is green. Right? This is an old report, by the way. This one was in 2007, 2007 data, and so you see Wachovia being green, right? And so they're not a good candidate. Here's Wells Fargo being orange, so they make a good candidate. So every quarter the banks have to report these things. The banks has to report these things, and so here's one that's really interesting here. So in the quarter two of 2007, this bank, Fremont, has 20 million in single family REOs. Okay, just single families. They have over 65 million in commercial. And look at quarter three, 2007. They sold all of their commercial REO, meaning they just dump them, right? They dump them and sell as many as they can, and they sold. Let me see here. So you know that they are, they're a good bank to make offers on. And so the way this guy does it, the owner of this company that generate these reports, he does it a little bit different from us. He doesn't look at things from the MLS and find out which property is listed, which property is listed, and make offers from there. He goes a little bit behind the scene, a little bit, I guess, backward, and focus in on the banks that are in trouble and make offers on those properties. Let me go down a little bit more here. Let me show you one where I saw one where they dump a bunch of properties. Let me see here. Where was it? And look at this bank. This bank went out of business already, but quarter two they only have 60,000 in REO. Quarter three they have over $9 million in REOs. Jeez, either they bought a bunch of REOs or they foreclosed on a lot of properties, or something happened there. They probably bought a package of REOs, but they're not very healthy. So you would have contacted them and make an offer on that. So this guy, the owner of this company that reports this, he looks at these banks, the ones that are in trouble, and then he goes and find out how many properties that they have currently available, and he would make them an offer either on one property or on all of the properties that they have. If let's say they have 3 or 18 properties or whatever they have in his area, he would make an offer on them. So it's a very, very interesting report. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I was on the phone with him earlier, and so he's going to send me the reports. I'm going to look at the reports, and I'm gonna look at the reports and give it a try, and then report back to you guys. But I like the idea so far. What do you guys think? It sounds like Richard also liked the idea, finding banks and take REO offers. How much would you guys pay for a service like this? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, and if you're only buying one property from them, then it's best if you contact the agent and offering. But if the bank has multiple properties, then you can contact directly and get it. Let me see. Yes, you can buy directly from banks, not the large one, the smaller ones, especially the regional ones. If they have multiple properties and you're trying to buy multiple properties like a package, then you can go directly to them without going to the agent. But if you're only buying one, then it's best if you go through the agent, because they're not going to deal with in most cases. Okay, so we will see. Let me check my email. Maybe he already sent it. Let me see. If he already sent it, that'd be cool. Okay. Let me check my email real quick, y'all. Nope, he hasn't sent it to me yet. So, all right, well, we'll just have to wait for him to send it, and we will see. And I'll probably will. I'll also talk to him about maybe doing a maybe talk to him about maybe doing a what is that? A webinar with with you guys on that and see. But I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just this is the report, and you look at these data. Look, it even tells you like how many 30 to 90 day late or past 90 day late they have. So if you were to buy notes and stuff, you can contact them to buy notes as well. Pretty cool. Rana asked, what do you think about making offers on very low price houses? It's a really I mean it's a pretty cool idea. The thing is, I want you guys to focus in on these. I mean, some of the properties that you're gonna run across are gonna be low end properties. Not as low end as what Larry was talking about necessarily, but a lot of your cash buyers are the ones that are buying like really cheap, lower income area, and but yeah, I mean, what's more important for you guys? Larry's strategy is a little bit different. He sells it to normal home buyers, okay, and sell it on seller financing. But I want you guys to focus on the cash buyers first. If it happens that you find like really cheap $5,000-$10,000 houses in the area that you're working in for your cash buyers, and that's great. But right now I want you guys, because you're not very experienced yet, I want you guys to focus in on. I want you guys to be focus in on where the cash buyers are buying, okay, the professional cash buyers. Okay, James said, let me see here. Do I need private lenders before you start making offers? I am concerned about being asked for $5,000 to $10,000 deposit here in California. Last week I talked to and got confirmation of over $10 million hard cash to buy with from 4 cash buyers. I don't know what. I'm not sure I understand you fully there. I talked to and got confirmation of over $10 million hard cash to buy with. Oh, okay. You have 4 cash buyers, and they have collectively $10 million cash that they can buy properties from you. Is that what you're saying? Well, if that's the case, then that's great. Then you don't even need private money, really. Yeah, let me see here. As far as, let me see here. James think that finding private lenders seems to be more difficult. Okay. Do you need private lenders? Okay. Oh, you already said that. How many private lenders have you talked to, James? And what are they saying to you? As far as the deposit, you can get that from your buyers. Once you get an offer accepted, depending on when you get it accepted, depending on when you get it accepted, you have you have a couple of days to get the earnest money, and so you can get the earnest money from your buyers and use that to fund it. Okay. And James said he talked to one private lender. Well, I mean, if you're only talking to one private lender, then we can't really judge that. It's really hard to, I mean, the law of probability, right? When you only have one, it's just too tough. You to, have 100% success, or you have 0% success. So you're gonna have to just increase that number. And yeah. But private money is not the difficult part of the business. Actually, private money is the easier part of the business. And you also understand too, worst case scenario, you don't even need private money. You can use a transactional funder to fund a deal, or you can just get your buyers to pay you directly and just sell the LLC to them. So there's many ways you can do it without using any of the private lenders at all. Okay, so don't limit yourself like that. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys a strategy today that I call the 7-day instant cash secret strategy here. And this strategy is basically, how to make money while you're building your buyers list. And some of you might have heard me talk about this strategy or talked about this before. But what you want to do is this, and it's going to be your homework for this week, okay? So that way you're going to start, start finding more buyers and build up, your confidence in making offers this week. I want you to log in dodeals.com or log into whatever websites in your area that have wholesale deals. Is there anybody on here that don't know where you can find wholesale deals in your area, or don't know what wholesale deals are? Wholesale deals are deals that are offered by other investors. They're kind of like us, right? We're trying to wholesale the house, and so I want you to log in DoDeals or whatever market area you're in that has websites that you can find wholesale deals. I want you to contact them. Okay, I want you to contact them, and you're going to say something to the effect of, hi, I'm calling about your house. Your wholesale deal, is it still available? And if it is, just say, great. I'm also a wholesaler, and I think your deal is perfect for my buyers list. You see, I have a proprietary marketing strategy, and this PDF is in the members area of Do Deals. If you click on bonus on top, so that way you know how to do this. Just say, I have a proprietary marketing strategy that allows me to sell most wholesale deals in 3 days because I'm in need of some properties right now. Is it okay if I market your deal to my buyers? Well, and then what I want you to do a little bit differently here, it says it won't cost you anything, but I want you to say, I want you to wait for to hear what they say, and you can ask them, well, what's the least that you would take on your property? And so let's say the house is worth $100,000, and they're currently asking $60,000 for it. This is just an example. You adjust the numbers based on your market there. And so house worth $100,000, they're asking $60,000, and they said the least I'll take is $55,000. All right, that's just an example. And so you're going to turn around and you're going to market this property for $60,000, and you would be hoping to make anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 off of this deal. So if your buyer doesn't negotiate your price down and you end up selling for $60,000, that's great. If your buyer negotiate down a couple grand, you end up selling it for $57,000. That's great too. Okay, even if you're just going to make $1,000 off of it, you're okay with that, because the goal here is not just to make money, but the goal here is to have a property, a real property that you can market and find a buyer for. Okay, so basically, you are now you are now building your buyers list, and at the same time trying to make some money off of it. And so just contact all of the wholesalers in your area. if you know, and get them to sign a flex option as well. Okay, the flex option is also in the members area there for you. If for whatever reason they are not willing to sign the flex option, and this is just between me and you, go ahead and market that property anyways. You know, I guess here's the disclaimer. Okay, it's you know, it's illegal for you to sell a property that you don't have equitable interest in. So, you know, if you don't have a contract or an option on the property, you can't sell it. However, you know, I mean, it's one of those things where you know, people just do it anyways, and you know, and also too, your goal here is to build your buyers list. Because even if you didn't make any money off of this deal, it doesn't matter to you because you're building your buyers list along the way because you have a real property that you're marketing for. And so, yeah, so if they sign the flex option, that's great because that keeps everything legal and above board. But you know, but if for whatever reason they say, well, just bring me a buyers first, and we'll do it that way. I don't want to sign anything. If they say something like that, then you know, then go ahead and put, you know, it's up to you, I guess, whether or not to proceed with it. For me personally, I would go ahead and proceed with it because my goal here is you know, not even to make the money. If I make the money in a few days, that's great. Of course, it's always a bonus. All good to make money, but the goal here is to build your buyers list. Okay, and a lot of time. A lot of time you the reason why they wouldn't sign the flex option is because because they don't understand it. They think that you're going to tie up their property, so you make sure you explain it to them that they can continue to do whatever they are doing. Okay, so they can continue to sell the property, and if if for whatever reason they either they sold the property before you find a buyer, or whatever reason, they can always terminate that agreement. Okay, and and yes, Richard, it does give you that practical experience of doing an actual deal because you are doing an actual deal. You're just kind of you're making less money on this deal because you didn't do the work of finding the finding the seller and negotiating with them and get it under contract for a cheap price, but you are doing the work of you are doing the work of finding the buyer, and so you make a little bit of money, but it's like I said, more important than money. More important than money is the buyers list. Excuse me, that you're going to build along the way. Okay. Let me see here. Richard said flex option is an option contract along with the right of first refusal contract, right? Well, flex option, sort of. Flex option it's like a contract, except for it gives you the unlimited right to terminate the agreement, and it also gives the seller the right to terminate the agreement as well. So it's not a first right of refusal. It's just whoever finds the buyers first wins, basically. But I mean, even if the seller didn't find a property buyer, and they decide to not sell the house anymore, they can terminate the agreement too. It's just a really easy, flexible agreement that that you can use. James, see if my buddy has a website. Go to myhousedeals.com and see if he covers your area or not. He's only in like I think 15 cities or something. And so you have dodeals.com, you have myhousedeals.com, you have rehablist.com, see if they are in your area. Let me see here. I'm going to go through here. And so once you have the property and once you gain control of it, right? You are going to market this property for sale, and the way you're going to get paid from it, Ronald, is you're going to assign uh, you're going to assign your contract over to your buyer. Okay, so maybe between you and the wholesaler is probably going to assign his contract over to you, and then you assign it to your buyer. That's how you're going to get paid from it. All right. So here are some of the places that you can go to find some of these buyers. The best place really is Signs. Signs gets you a lot of local buyers, and so if you can put out some signs, I would highly recommend that you do that. And then the second best place is posting it on Craigslist, as well as using this software here, which also pull data from. Hold on, here my browser is stuck. All right, my browser is dead. Just a second here. Log in. All right, so here's the instant lead generator. For those of you who have not seen it before, you can use this. And what you're going to do is you're going to select, let's say you're going to select landlords, okay? If you haven't played with this software before, make sure you log into the members area and click on instant lead generator and do that. And you're going to select US. Let me look for Southern California. Are we looking for like Los Angeles, James? All right, I'm going to assume Los Angeles area here. Where in Los Angeles you want me to look, James? Okay. West Side, okay. So I'll look here for now. Okay. And so you go here, and all of these people, they have houses for rent. Okay. And if they have houses for rent, chances are that means that they are a landlord. Okay, because they're renting their properties. And so there's a high chance that they might be interested in selling their property. I mean, not selling their, well, they could be selling their property or buying more rental properties. So I would contact them and ask them, hey, I noticed you have a house for rent. Are you interested in more cash flow properties? Because I have one that I desperately need to sell. Okay, if you're interested, please let me know, and I'll email you the property information, or please give me your phone number, and I'll call you, and also email you the property information. Okay. So I would contact each and every single one of these. Go to the next one here. Okay. This is a nice house, right? So here, so the west side here, I mean, there's 1,000 of them are found. So there's a lot of potential cash buyers for you right here, just on this web page alone. Okay, so I would take the wholesale deal, and I would email it out to as many of these people as I can. So you can even send them an email that says something like, hi, I noticed you have a house for, hi, I noticed that you have a house for rent and you're looking for more cash flow properties. I have this property that I desperately need to sell, and then you can even tell them about that property. If you want to do it that way, I like for them to reply to my email or go to our website so we can build that buyers list. But you certainly can email it to them directly as well. Okay. Yeah. And I think for you guys, doing it as a two-step process would be better. Meaning, step number one, just to get them to reply to your email. So get them, so because once they reply to your email, you captured their email address. Because right now when you send an email, it's just a Craigslist email address. Or in this particular case, there's no email. Let me go to one that there isn't. Oh, here's an email. You see how here when you send an email, it's going to send an email to this Craigslist address. And so you want to just tell them, hey, I noticed you have a property that you're renting. You're interested in more cash flow properties. I have a property that I desperately need to sell. Please reply to this email, and I'll send you the property information. And so when they reply, they will have a real email address that you can capture and add to your buyers list. And then then you can let them know about the property that you have going, that wholesale deal that you have. Okay. And let me see here. James said he couldn't find rehab. You have to sign up for an account before you can start looking at their properties. I don't know if they're big in California or not there, but I'm going on rehablist.com here just real quick. Oh wow, they changed their website. Looks different. Looks cool. Okay, list your property. Okay. You're right. Where is it? Okay, join the network. They update their website. Okay, let me see here. Okay, real estate leads. Real estate leads. I would click on that. Let me see. Nope, I don't think that's it. Where's signing up for an account? Might be right. Okay, search cheap property right here. Just input in your I'm going all over the place just to look for it. I'm just gonna put in any fake email just for now. Okay. I just want to get through this so I can show you. Okay, weed out the details. Well, anyways, you have to put in some information and a password, and they will. Then you should be able to access the properties after that. Okay. Ronald asked, would it be a good idea to do an email blast? You can do an email blast if you have an email list there, Ronald, certainly. James says, I have tried several times to find it. I also signed up. It only gave me a bunch of training videos. Well, let me see. Oh, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I'll check it out, and it should be on that link. I mean, it makes sense to me. Unless they did away with their thing and they no longer have properties, that could be the case. But I think they still have properties, though. I don't think they have made it go away yet. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. So yeah, so you're going to use the instant lead generator. This is going to be a pretty big tool for you guys to be using. It doesn't matter what market area you're in, okay? Like I know Alan is in Massachusetts, so let me go there. And Westchester. All right, so so Alan, when you watch this on a replay, well, actually you're still here. So yeah, you can also find the landlord buyers here. So these are your cash buyers here. All of these landlords that you can be contacting. Okay. So it doesn't matter. I mean, the instant lead generator is pretty powerful. You can find a lot of leads out there for sure. A lot of buyers out there. Okay. Let me see here. I think that's all. Let me see here. Let me go back to this document. All right. So and then when you have that property, you're also going to post it on Craigslist. You're going to post it on Backpage, on Postlets.com. You have as many websites as you can find to go and post it. You're going to do that. Okay. And like I said, if you can put out some signs, that would be great. Put out some signs. If you can do email blast, voice blast, if you have a buyers list already, you certainly can do that. Okay? And yeah, so you know, whoever's going to contact you, just let them know that you're looking to get the highest and best offer for them to go look at the property and make you a cash offer, because you are going to sell the property this weekend. And so push them out there, get them to make you an offer. But regardless, remember, even if you make $500 on the deal, or even if you don't make any money on the deal, the fact that you have a property and these people are making offers on it, you know they are serious people. So when you have an REO deal, you can then sell it to them. You guys got it? Simple? Let me go to the members area here. Bonus. Okay, go to the bonus area and you see a PDF file called the 7-Day Instant Cash Strategy in the members area. To get the document that I'm looking at right here, go to bonus and click on this 7-Day Instant Cash Strategy. Okay, you're not going to do everything that I taught here in this strategy. For you to use 3daybit.com, but we're no longer maintaining that website, so you're not going to use that website anymore. However, the rest of the strategy is just as applicable. Right? And also, when I first did this, I didn't have the instant lead generator software, so I don't talk about the instant lead generator software on here. But you know, everything else is pretty much on here. You guys like that? Like that? Okay. Ronna asked, if we are buying a listing, do we have to show the property? So it should be close to me, right? Yes, it's best if you, well, if the property is vacant, then just find out what's the, you know, how to access the property, and you can send your buyers out there without you being there with them. Just give them the lockbox code. But if the property is occupied, the seller's living there, then yes, you should show it to them. Okay. Carlo asked, so should I be doing a range in price to create groups of buyers list or groups of 2-bedroom, 3-bed? You can if you want to, but in the beginning, you know, don't worry about grouping. Just you know, just market the properties and find whatever buyers that you can, and then when you talk to those buyers, you're going to ask them what type of properties that they are buying. You know, it only makes sense for you to start grouping once you have, you know, a lot of cash buyers and you want to be more efficient with that. But in the beginning, don't worry about grouping them. Just market to all of them. Yeah. All right. So you guys like this wholesaling other people's wholesale deals idea for you guys to go and implement this week, right? And make some money and do some deals, get some houses sold. Okay. Any of you guys might feel like you won't um, you won't be able to implement this week. I want to, I want to see all of you guys implement it this week because I need to boost up your confidence so that way you can then, make offers on more bank-owned properties. Like I said, your goal should be to make at least 2 offers a day. Okay, at least 2 offers a day, because out of the, by the end of the week you'll be able to make 10 offers, right? And and out of 10 offers, you ought to get at least a deal, at least. For us, we get 2 deals out of 10 offers that we make. And so, because we're pretty picky on the ones that we make offers on, and so they're, we have a really good idea on which one they're going to accept and which one we'll be able to do. Okay, James said, nope, I will have at least 2 deals by next week. That's good. Good for you, James. Let's see here. Carlos said, this blueprint is awesome. This is really going to help. That's good. Rona said here, this will go good with my postcard because the postcard says I have a house already. Yes, that is correct, Ronald. That is correct. But even if you didn't have a house and you send out your postcard, you just let them know that you get houses all the time, and they come and go, and so you don't have the one that you sent out the postcard anymore. But you do have another one that's coming up that you can send it to them. So go ahead and get their contact information and stuff. Okay. Well, guys, I am going to end today's meeting a little bit early so that way I can prepare for the seller financing class that's coming up in a little bit here. You guys have any other questions before we end here? The biggest strategy, my goal isn't to try to teach you guys a lot of stuff on these coaching calls. My goal is to teach you minimal stuff and get you into action. So I just want to teach you enough for you to get into action and start, marketing properties, start selling properties, and so just like take it little by little, right? Take it one step at a time. And so I want you to go and implement this strategy so that way you can, so build up your confidence and build up your buyers list and start making offers on REO properties. Okay. Richard said, we're all a little intimidated since we've never made an offer. Well, Richard, it's one of those things where you just gotta do it. Okay. You never know what it's going to be like until you do it. And if you're scared, Richard, just your first offer, just make it lower, where you know that if they accept the offer, that you can close your eyes and find a buyer. So, for example, let's say the house is worth, $300,000, and you offer them, and it needs, whatever, $20,000 in repairs, and you offer them $150,000. Okay, well, it's a no-brainer deal. Okay, I mean, if they accept your offer, you know for sure you're going to be able to find a buyer. So if you're worrying about making offer, just make an offer low enough that if they say yes, you're going to be jumping for joy. And if they say no, it's no big deal. At least you got the experience of making the offer. Okay, and then moving forward, you can then you know, then moving forward, you can then make an offer that is more reasonable, that you know what you're willing to pay. Another good idea also too is that when you look on the MLS and look at what other houses in that area sold for as cash price, and if you make your offer about 10 to 15% less than that, you can you can have a pretty high level of confidence that you'll be able to sell it for more. Okay, and so find out however much the other cash buyers have bought in that area, and that will give you a gauge, and just make your offers less than that. Okay, if you're not sure, make your offers 20% less than that, because normally those cash transactions, they're already low because they're being bought by other investors, and so you know that a cash buyer is willing to pay that much money for it. So that's another thing that you can do. Larry asked, if I make 10 offers a week, how in the world do we figure the rehab upgrade costs without seeing the property personally? I don't see how one can see that many per week. Larry, 10 a week is only 2 a day. Well, I mean, and that's assuming that's only weekday. You're not even working on weekend. You can see 10 houses just in one day, really. Like on Saturday, you can see that many. I used to door knock 20 to 30 houses a day, unless you're in an area where all of the houses are very spread out or something. But 2 houses a day is plenty. You should be able to see them. And like I said in the beginning, you guys are going to be looking at all of these properties. But as you get used to this, and especially when you farm an area, like for example, there's certain areas that we farm, and just by looking at the pictures, we can tell a rough estimate of how much the repairs is going to be. And so sometimes we'll make our offer before we even go out there and look at it, because we have a pretty good idea already. And and if it so happened that when we do look at it and the repairs more, then we can always renegotiate that offer. So, okay. All right. Let me see here. James asks, can we contact Ivy for help in finding more private lender phone numbers? Ivy's not going to be able to help you, but I'll give you a couple of tools to help you. Okay. If whitepages.com is not enough, log into your members area and click on more, and click on Instant Owner Tracker. Okay. And this gives you other websites. So you just put in the private lender's name here, and put in the city and the state, right? And just select one of these other ones. So using this tool will help you as well. Okay. You got it? Okay, so use this Instant Owner Tracker tool in the members area. And we have a lot of tools and stuff in the members area for you, so go play around with them. But Instant Owner Tracker tool to find yourself more phone numbers. Okay. I think I answered all of the questions. So, all right, guys, well, go out there, do this thing, make some money, make me proud. I want to hear your reports on it, and I'll talk to you guys next week. And meanwhile, if you have any questions, remember to submit to the hotline for me, and make some offers. Okay, try to make it your goal to make 2 offers a day, just 2 offers a day. And if you can't do that, then make at least 1 offer a day. Do something, make some offers, because we're not going to get anywhere without making offers. All right, y'all. Well, you have a great day, and see you later, alligators. Okay, Richard said, do you want us to spend our time listening to creative owner financing flip webinars with Brian Gibbons? No, I'd rather for you guys just focus in on doing the audio stuff for now. Okay, just focus on one thing at a time, and we always have the replay, so you can always watch the replay at a different time. So focus in on this audio stuff. Got it? All right, y'all. Have fun, and go out there and do some deals. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.